The cradle of souls emerges. The power of the unsevered being is diffused throughout the shroud, but its source was elusive. We cast about the psionic realm, constantly changing course, questioning our judgment. As we paused to consider the entity emerge, we heard nothing, saw nothing, but we felt it warmer than ever. We felt the power at the core of the thing, a nexus of energies from throughout the shroud and beyond. Thoughts converging, radiating a single heat. Back from the journey, we find ourselves heavy with quietude. The wishes of the entity are clearer to us now. We know its vision of order and harmony. Once our telepaths have recovered, we can reach out and commune with this being, the Cradle of Souls. Well, the Shroud. Unfortunately, I gain attunement with the Cradle of Souls, reveal the Cradle of Souls in the Shroud. I'd probably have to say much to consider. The Accords. Okay. So, forgive me, this is new to me on how the Shroud actually works. I can send envoys, which I'm currently using mostly as spies everywhere. Calling of Unity. Trust growth and diplomatic weight has been improved. Awesome. I need at least 600 attunement to get 2 more envoys. Alright. You can't even process food, though? We can process food. How old was Tolby's son when he inherited the throne? He was like 40 or like old, like the higher 40s when he inherited the throne. Faction resource output. Consume all favors from the other empires within our psionic aura and gain unity and influence for each. Okay. Conquer a planet. Reduces attunement. Willing. Alright, so... Positive deeds. Pleasing. Reach excellent relations with another empire. So the Cradle of Souls is very much an entity. This max intensity of this psionic aura will attempt to spread to nearby systems, instantly building 5 defense platforms without upkeeping the starbase of the system. Yeah, good luck to everything else trying to defeat me. Job upkeep when an empire within our sign has an opinion below neutral. Okay. I would like to at least learn a little bit more before going full attunement. Establish a diplomatic pact. Yeah. The Cradle of Souls, based on the way I'm playing, might be the entity that we commune and join up with. We already got quite a bit of attunement regardless. How are we doing in the galactic community, by the way? Cool. I have a little bit more value. Right now, this is going to pass. And that is fine. You admitted he is Tolby's son. Wait, who's Tolby's son? Tolby's son has been gone. Right now, it's just the granddaughter and the great-granddaughter that exist. All right, where are you going? You want to build that. Yeah, let's go ahead and just build this.
Engaging hostile fleet.
Oh! This is going to be the most exciting battle probably in this entire war. They are clearly cloaking. Because they appeared out of nowhere. Why would you recall the embassy? Man, you can't see anything in this. They're losing so much firepower. That defense platform remains. We're losing a little bit more firepower. We had one emergency FTL out. Just one. And that is it. That is an entire combat victory for them. And they have surrendered. We won the war. The war that they started. What we got out of it. The Pathoban Vortex system. So we have an L-gate within our borders. Why are you closing borders with me? Why are you being so mean? Alrighty. Downgrade. And downgrade. It's fine.
Relaying transmission.
Defense Pact decline. I might be declaring war on the Tzin Empire in a moment, just so that way I can fight these guys again. But first things first. Don't act that we caught you in 1080p. Sure, okay, bud. Let us negotiate the agreement. Here, we're gonna allow them to pretty much do whatever the heck they want. I want maximum holdings, united sensors. Ooh, that's a lot when it comes to those resources. In fact, let's see about... Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works perfectly for me. Much better. We can proceed with this. All right. Why you always read only the last comment? Oh, you said Tolby's son inherited the throne at his 40s, the one younger than Tolby with 2 or 3 years. Oh, no, that individual, we have decided that they were the brothers. So what ended up happening on that one is he was conspiring against us, and so we exiled him out, and then Tolby's true son was going to be the next heir for the throne. So that was his brother trying to usurp power. That's right, you weren't there when that happened. My apologies. Anchorage. We're gonna build more anchorages. And hydroponics bay. Unfortunately, So this needs to fly all the way back. Sus, but let it go. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is how that played out. Unfortunately for you. I know you want that drama. That's not how that works. The Dwalmok Bashers, I think we may be having return here in a moment. Also, why are we hurting on energy so horribly? Like, where did our energy go? All right, holdings. Dyson Swarm. All right. Fantastic. New agreement. So we get even more science. And then we're going to build a satellite campus here for even more science. Have you ever played Hello, Charlotte? I have not. Nuclear devastation. Our survey of Bruce III has revealed that it used to be a pristine continental planet with a mild climate as little as 1,000 years ago. In stark contrast, the atmosphere today is extremely toxic, the surface highly irradiated, and the world has long since lost the ability to support life. We have detected signals that the planet was the scene of an incredibly destructive thermonuclear war waged between fractions of relatively advanced indigenous pre-space civilization. What a waste. Well, ain't that a shame? As the plague continues to ravage Shutra III, the number of dead and dying is staggering. There is no cure. Further suffering can only be alleviated, not prevented. No! Keep them alive. Don't let them vanish out of existence. Sad Tims were had. Check it out. It's a nice game. I might. Hello. I feel like I recognize the name, so may have seen it before. Alrighty, so we have 93.5 years left of this game. The endgame crisis has not triggered. We have basically expanded as far as we are to go. I can almost conquer and wipe these guys out, but I really don't want to. I'd rather them live. But I really am not happy about the Techron multiplex really getting my way like they currently are. So, what are we going to do about it? They are also one of the empires I need to take care of, so to speak. And they are also the overlords of the Mictoran League. Oh my goodness. If I declare war, There's so many different things that would be joining the war against us. The Sidimian Holy Theocracy. What the heck? This entire third of space is all one. I wonder if we could figure out a way to get other people to join us in a war. Alright, so what are we going to do? F1, ship designer. The Shards. The Shards are fast corvettes that need to do a whole bunch of damages. More evasion. Ooh, more sublight speed. And everything here is as good as that's going to get. Yep. Save that design. Overwritten. The glass. Pretty much the same story, but again, quite a bit faster. Save. Boom. Much better. Destroyers. I don't think I'm going to worry about the frags. The Gem-class ships. We're going to improve the small weapons. Improve the strike craft. Carrier. Ship engagement range is going to be even further. That is a lot stronger for our cruisers. Defense platforms, similar things. More tracking. Improve all the weapons on all of these. Get that saved. And then comes to our space fauna, the Cthulhuids. Nothing new. Need to buy another gas. We're also running out of rare crystals. That's a little bit unfortunate. Hey, what diabolical rules does your kingdom have? This one's not really a diabolical kingdom, but my next empire I am considering is making a, since if we want pure warlike, just go full robots, go with habitats, and try to just conquer space with these robots that just constantly are building habitats all over the place, and expand even further and faster and so on and so forth. We could definitely try that. That is something I am currently considering. But this empire, nah, nothing really diabolical. It's not what this empire is. How are we going to be dealing with the tech rans? Ooh. Lies, every kingdom has at least a few rules that would make you shiver when you thought you had to follow what happens. That's not this kingdom. I've already got a lot of other crazy stuff going on in this kingdom. That is a really large pirate fleet that just spawned here. No.
Project complete.
Lucia Virginia, Innovation Coordinator. Statistician. The War in Haven. Ever since the awakening of the Ubusian and their ancient Fel Null rivals, the two giants have been at odds. skirmishing and jockeying for influence, probing each other's might. This has resulted in a series of increasingly tense confrontations, finally erupting in an open battle between Ibusian fleet and their Felno counterparts and remote system. The conflict has now escalated into full-blown war between the Restorers and the Arbitrators. Each side has sent a representative to the younger races, promising great rewards for those who join them in their war and terrible punishments for those who choose to stand against them. Choosing either side in this conflict will mean giving up our independence, but remaining neutral may be even more dangerous unless we can find other neutral empires to stand by our side. Alrighty, so basically, the Ibusians here, they are xenophobes. They hate all life in the galaxy, essentially, and they think that they are the only ones that deserve to live. That doesn't mean they're necessarily going to kill everybody, but they're going to hate you regardless. So they're going to hate you regardless. I don't remember what they would give if I was to basically surrender to them. But the other ones are the Felno Arbitrators. They are xenophiles. They like other species, and they go, you know what? All life is precious, and we think that everybody should be friends. Just stay out of our space, please. The way my empire runs, we don't align really with any of them. So we're not going to take either side of this conflict. At least for now. The end of the Prikiti. The fanatical purifiers over here are gone. And the Jazgavaz polity has come out victorious. Goodbye, little space lizards who wanted to make sure everyone died. Not all of the younger races chose to join with either side in the war raging between the elder empires. Some, like ourselves, have remained neutral, but are facing the prospect of facing the elder menace alone if the war should come their way. The Westgain Stellar Industries has boldly taken the initiative, declaring their alliance a league of non-aligned powers, seeking to oppose both sides of the war, and inviting other neutral nations to rally behind their banner. Joining this league will almost certainly mean war with the awakened empires, but at least we would have allies to stand by our side instead of facing them alone. So you would rather live in this kingdom given the chance? Sorry, I'm not seeing it. A lot of events are currently going on. Give me one moment. Alrighty. So, if I join this league, so I forget the Wagassian League. Where are they at? Where? Goodness. This galaxy is about to be in an all-out war. The Wagassian Stellar Industries. So who are they friends with?
They are friends with the Gagazian manufacturing. If I don't care about who I'm fighting next, then I should just join the League. After successfully translating their languages. So a whole bunch of these troops are now going to be available to us. Zero Corps. We have been accepted into the League of Non-Aligned Powers by the Grassian Stellar Industries, and now we stand together against the menace of the Elder Empires. And watch as more and more... Oh my goodness. So they are still my vassals. They are the signatory to the Felnals. We still have commercial pacts with them. Everything there is fine. Got a whole bunch of consumer goods that are suddenly getting really, really expensive. We can learn so much for the Tzen Empire. I'll probably say yes for now, just because I can learn so much from them. Oh, and you should join. Yeah. So you would rather live in this kingdom given the chance? You're saying rather. Would I... You're saying rather as in, like, where I'm currently at, like, I mean... My entire kingdom is built similar to my capital. We've got revitalization centers, so healthcare for everybody. However, we got psychors, so we got psionics, and everyone is keeping checks on each other. This is a nobility, so there's a hierarchy, and, you know, given my current standing, I would be on the lower end, so I would not be super happy on the lower end. However, my lowest level people are actually all still in pretty good economic standing, because the workers are reserved for the crystals that are automated throughout my empire, meaning everybody's basically a specialist and is living good lives. So... really? Yeah? It's not a bad empire to live in. Like, the only ones that's above are the nobles. The ones who go, everybody gets to do exactly as I say. Like, it's not that bad. It is... This empire, you live a pretty good life. Not the perfect life, but... this empire is pretty nice with the way I have it set up. And the way it all works thematically.
Relaying transmission. Spaceborne life form encountered.
So that means you only need one shift. Sure, it is in fact not that bad. Yeah, like in this empire, yeah, this empire is not that bad. It would be kind of nice to be in this kind of empire. All right, still trying to figure out who my allies and enemies are. Right now we are in a level 5 alliance. All of our benefits. This federation has a distinct focus on free markets and economic growth, which grants everybody equal to 50% of our collected trade. So that's not too bad. Level 2. Monthly trade is improved. Ship speed is increased 10% while in Federation space. Nice. Federal envoys. Available envoys is now +1. Okay, that's pretty nice. Monthly trade improved. Trade from jobs improved. Federation influence gain is at another +1. Amount of members contribute towards the federal naval capacity counts for 25% more. Diplomatic weight is improved, being the president. Okay. Okay. Monthly trade improved. As a member, damage to endgame crisis faction improved, and monthly trade improved. So we got a lot of trade available to us. That's... It's not too bad being in this federation. What are the laws? Members transfer 10% of their naval capacity to the Federation. Rotation on who the leader is. Okay. Can subjects join? No.